A dense population, homes shattered by bombs and an embargo on building materials like, for instance, concrete. Well, they're all conspiring to make a bad situation even worse for the people living day-to-day life inside Gaza. To discuss the growing humanitarian crisis there, I'm now joined by Chris Gunness, the spokesman for the United Nations Relief and Works Agency. Chris, just first of all, give us an idea of how bad things are on the ground, because obviously Gaza has its borders closed, there's a blockade, there are rockets and airstrikes that are hitting some of these buildings, and effectively there's nowhere for people to run. A lot of them are living in buildings that were shattered since back in 2007, 2006.
Absolutely. I mean, you've begun to paint a very accurate picture. As you say, there's nowhere safe to run. Gaza is unique in the annals of contemporary warfare in being a conflict with a fence around it. There's literally nowhere safe. The consequences of the dramatically intensified Israeli ground offensive is unimaginably catastrophic for hundreds of thousands of civilians. As I speak, the shelters that UNRWA has opened, about 70 of them in Gaza, have about 120,000 people in them. So our top priorities are health, education, to as much as we can do it, but health, food, water, and of course security is a huge priority, because don't forget, just yesterday the news came through that one of our schools in the middle, the central areas of Gaza, took a direct hit from Israeli shelling. So that, of course, is a huge problem for us, and we call on the parties to respect the sanctity of civilian life and, of course, the inviolability of UN premises.
Let's talk about some of the issues that you're facing there. So with your school, what is the latest on the situation there? Have you shut down that school? Are you taking extra measures to safeguard other schools, or indeed tell pupils not to come to school if they're likely to be hit?
All schools belonging to UNRWA across the Gaza Strip, and in fact all schools, are completely closed. Our schools are opened up now for displaced people. So there are 120,000 terrified elderly women, the children, babies, the sick, the dying. They've simply fled the Israeli bombardment and they've come in to UNRWA shelters. As far as what we can do about them, we have to maintain the civilian nature of them, which is why when we, as we have done on 2 occasions, have found that militants have been hiding rockets in our schools, we've come out very publicly and proactively. We've told all the parties, including the Israelis, of course, and we've condemned it in the strongest possible terms. And we've told all factions, just as we tell the Israelis they mustn't shell our schools, so we tell the other parties that there is an absolute international humanitarian law obligation not to place rockets and to respect the civilian character of them.
OK, Chris Gunness, thank you so much for joining us there. Chris Gunness, the next time we speak, hopefully we'll have the chance to address the issue of infrastructure, which is also a big issue with a blockade on building materials in place since 2006 in Gaza. We appreciate you joining us on the show, though.